Hello gamers, and 0.8 Alright, that joke wasn't funny before. It isn't funny today. This video is a special one. This is one where I have little to no expertise, and instead half of it was written by friends who arguably know more about the culture than I do. Treat them like how you would treat a disabled dog, with pity until the day your dad gets tired of it squealing and drags it out behind the shed. Also, just for clarification, I am not liable for what they say. If they say something fucked up or just wrong, don't crucify me, please. Please. That being said, I'd like to welcome all of you to 11 types of GTA car guys. It used to be 13, but the other 2 will get me in an FBI watch list, so those were cut out. Casual racer is a type of racer that holds complete disregard for all things on the same road he is driving. Racing against a casual racer means he'll be performing a lot of pit maneuvers, a bunch of brake checks. Hey, I want a clean race! What did I say about clean race?
What?
The casual racer can sometimes fall under the noob category as a car guy. They really don't take the game seriously, but as some would think that's a good thing, it is equal parts a bad thing due to their aggressiveness in racing. The idea is that since they don't take racing seriously, they also don't take the gentleman's rules seriously. Of course, given that, they are also the most entertaining to witness in action.
If you want a cheap laugh, I recommend spectating one of these players. It's cheap, wholesome entertainment for the whole family.
They also tend to not care about the status of their car. Whether their car arrives at the finish line, factory new, or has a shit stain on wheels, it's beyond them. Just as long as they reach the finish line before as many people as possible, that's all that's important to them. GTA Online is really a gearhead's dream. DLC after DLC has brought the community more and more cars for us to mess with. And no one can be happier about this than the tuners of GTA Online. They are the ones GTA really caters for. Well, for the most part. If my mind serves me right, about 90% of all DLCs added to GTA Online added cars players can leisurely drive around LS. That being said, there is a section of car guys that bask in the glory of the non-militarized DLCs, the tuners. If you ask a tuner about their favorite DLC, instead of saying gun running, smuggler's run, or even heist, like a fucking normie, they would rather claim lowriders as their favorite update. Although it added nothing more than some mediocre missions and basically a new LSC, the possibilities were nearly endless to what you could do to your cars. It also added a skyline. Tuners don't take their cars out for racing much. They rather just show it off at car shows or just sit staring at it. However, this kind of car guy is the most vocal and the most opinionated out of all the car guys.
What did Chris do to his Subaru? Excuse me, Chris. I want an explanation. What you did to this poor Subaru. Your Subaru.
Chris, here's an invite to the party.
You even took off the STI rims. It's Chris?
That's a Varus body kit.
What
The whole
Chris!
Varus body
Chris!
kit. Leave it alone.
Chris!
Leave me the
Kick
fuck
him.
alone!
Why would you put a body kit?
Look at the
On an
can.
STI.
Look at the canard. Oh my god.
The
what
sounds
did you
of
do to
being,
it?
the sounds
Soiled
of being,
it.
I can
Soiled it.
This is 10 minutes into
Oh.
being in a car guy party. Oh my god,
Chris,
what
I'm
did you do
going
with this
to
car?
destroy you!
What did
What
you
have
do
you
to
done
this
to
car?
it?
Oh my
Look
god.
at it. You see how freaking terrible it is? I
Chris,
just looked
what
over
is
at
it
our
doing?
I just looked
Look at
over at our
how-
crew garage and I
look at
see
it.
that disgrace.
Look at how triggered they
Look at mine. Look
Jesus
at mine.
Christ. We've been in a fucking car guy party for fucking 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
I'm sorry.
broke
Look
down.
what he did to the poor car.
What? Was the spoiler an inch too big?
It's not even just an inch too big. There's a spoiler on it in general.
Oh.
Why would you put a spoiler on an STI, Chris?
Because my car is a time attack.
Especially a freaking hatch.
My
Dick Dad Subaru. Hold
Is
on,
that really what you're calling that, Chris?
Listen,
It's a
get
white
your
STI with the STI rent. It's a what's a dad Subaru? Look at you, Rice boy. Look at that thing.
I have the power under it.
No,
you, have
you
the
don't.
Power.
It's
Look
a
at my power. You have
257.
257. What's mine?
I don't know.
362.
362.
Alright, it's your
Shut
choice
your
or
mouth,
not.
Rice boy.
It's an arcade game! Why are you
Shut
fucking
your mouth,
pissing your
Rice
pants
boy.
over it?
Demote him.
He's already a member. He's as low as you can be without being in the crew.
Demote him.
Waiting
My
for
God, look at this poor thing. I want to rescue it.
it needs to be rescued. Chris, your
Come here.
fitment is so terrible.
Look at this shit. Looks
Caleb,
like a 12-year-old's wet
Caleb.
dream.
Caleb, don't forget to adjust your glasses when you say this.
Is there a... You said there's an NSX in this game?
Yes,
Yeah, there's a new one and an
It's
old
better.
one.
the new and the old one.
Yeah, the
both
new
are
and
better.
the old
Both are better than
NSX.
anything.
The NSX? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He shouldn't have to
Hey,
work too hard for it.
It's gonna be anything Rice Boy over here is gonna have.
Look, even
He can't make
Braylon's
a
getting
nice
in on
looking
calling him
car.
Rice Boy.
Well, it's true. We can't make a nice car. Is he? Are we wrong?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I was on his side until he called it the NS sucks. The world's worst joke ever.
Chris lost his only defender. You lost everybody in this crew's appreciation.
I'm with David. Can we demote him?
He's already as demoted as he can be.
Demote him further. Yeah, it's probably best not to approach unless you have an absolute knowledge of what you're talking about. Which I don't. We all know what drifting is. Do you actually know what it is? Go on in the comment section and tell me what drifting is. Whatever you said it was, you're wrong. It's actually losing control of your car. In style. This is also probably the most renowned of all car guys because what you drive and the way you customize it is very subjective. But no one can look at a sleek drift around the corner and say, not my type of drift, that kinda sucked. You will most likely encounter these guys on PC due to the extent of mods and scripts, which can help handle their car better. While they exist on console, it's only a small amount. Drifters and tuners are sometimes hard to tell apart, and usually they can be both a tuner and a drifter. The weapons of choice tend to be the cars that have much slidier handling model that they can exploit, such as the Comet, the Dominator, or the Futo. However, there is one vehicle that Rockstar provided that is seen as the holy grail of the drifter, the Drift Tampa. What the who put that there? That is not true. Based off of the celestial suicidal crackhead in human form Ken Block's legendary all-wheel drive Unicorn Mustang, this car is an absolute unwieldy bitch, tormenting many an inexperienced GTA driver with its difficulty to control, causing you to slam into everything. That is not true. Shut up. They are mostly solitary and are not going to open to discussing their hobbies with outsiders. It's probably best to leave them to their anime fantasies if you're not already a drifter yourself. Not to be confused with a free mode tryhard. The tryhard car guy is the type of person that even if you have a chill race, they will take advantage of curb boosting. They will lower party chat audio so they can hear the car better to try to double clutch. They will do everything in their power to get ahead of everyone, even being as violent as a casual racer. Essentially, they are a casual racer. Instead of growing up and learning to not be a cunt, they grow up to be more of a cunt. Usually their argument for doing those sorts of tactics is, it's in the game, so why not? It may sound dumb to criticize these sorts of antics, But when you factor in the fact that most of the races I partake in are just for fun or to see how different vehicles stack up against each other, if a tryhard car guy is present, he is there to ruin the metric and fun of the race, because apparently winning is always so important.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done.